Shams just dropped a report saying Russell Westbrook could get traded any day now. We thought the trade news was over. Oh no, the Lakers could still make a gigantic move. In fact, we know what the trade will be. But what's crazier is who is stopping the trade from happening. This is such a wild story that could only come from the dysfunctional Lakers. But first, today's video is sponsored by my friends at SeatGeek. If you don't already know, SeatGeek is a ticketing app that makes buying tickets to live events super simple. I've got the app on my phone and it's by far and away the best way to buy tickets. Basketball or football or baseball, concerts, whatever. SeatGeek puts tickets from all over the web in one place to make buying simple. The NFL season is in full swing. The NBA season is upon us. You are not going to want to miss out. I know I'm not. I live here in Houston and I took a look at the Rockets schedule. The first game that I really want to see is the Clippers at the Rockets. So if I go over to my SeatGeek app, it looks like I can get in the building for $14, $15, $13 to $12. But I do want to sit closer to the court because just in case Kawhi wants to load manage the game, he'll be close enough to hear that I'm upset. In the corner here, $104, $98 in the other corner. I like that deal. And as you could see, SeatGeek wants to make sure that you get a good deal. So in the app, you look for green dots. Green means a good deal, red means bad. But don't worry, we are getting a good deal because SeatGeek is giving us $20 off tickets with code AMHOOPS. $20 off your first purchase with promo code AMHOOPS. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. Thanks again to SeatGeek. So Russ was pissed at the end of last season, told the media LeBron lied, saying that Russ should be Russ. It was a disaster. So the Lakers were trying to call teams to get a trade. First, they targeted Kyrie Irving. The Nets refused to give him a long-term contract, but when Kai took his one-year option, he was off the table. So next, they called the Utah Jazz. They tried to get Bojan Bogdanovic, then he was dealt to Detroit. They asked about Jordan Clarkson, but the new Jazz owner refused. The only deal left is the Pacers. Shams says a deal involving Buddy Hield and Miles Turner is still very much on the table. The problem is Indy wants both the Lakers' first-round picks. They've got the 2027 and 2029 picks available. An anonymous scout just said they're among the most valuable assets in the league. So why not do it? LA needs Buddy Hield's elite three-point shooting. Miles Turner is way better than the centers they have now. Damian Jones and Thomas Bryant. Turner's a defensive player of the year type guy. Plus, Anthony Davis wants to play power forward anyway. It's a good fit. The problem is what LA gives up, because it's not just those first round picks. It's also the chance to get even better next off season. When Russ comes off the books, the Lakers will have about $35 million in cap space. That's enough for a max level free agent or in a sign and trade. The best free agents available: Kyrie Irving, Chris Middleton, Fred VanVleet, Andrew Wiggins, and Jordan Poole, who's restricted. All those guys are off the table with this Pacers trade. Hield makes $19 million next year, so that would kill their cap space. Turner's gonna be a free agent. He wants $25 million. So doing the trade not only sends those picks, it also kills whatever they would do next summer. But what's killing me is who is making this decision. Shams says the people involved are Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, Kurt Rambis, Joey Buss, and Jesse Buss. And if you said, who the hell are those guys? I don't blame you. Joey and Jesse are Jeannie's brothers. Their dad, Jerry, passed the Lakers down to his 6 kids. Joey is 37 years old, runs the G League team. Jesse is 34 years old and is the assistant GM. But guess what? None of these people would have an NBA job if they weren't Jerry Buss's kids. If they were all fired tomorrow, no NBA team would even touch them. The Lakers are supposedly a glamour franchise, but when you look under the hood, they're being run by a bunch of amateurs.
They're a bunch of amateurs.
And you would think that they learned their lesson. Another one of the kids, Jim Buss, was running basketball operations. They became a joke franchise, missing the playoffs from 2014 to 2019. This is the Lakers. They need to hire an actual basketball person to make basketball decisions. Why is that so tough? Well, they know how it looks. So no trade is happening because if it backfires, they'll really look like idiots. The Lakers have enough money and prestige to hire almost anybody they want, but they keep letting the kids run things and hold the franchise hostage. I would be disgusted if I was a Laker Laker fan. There is only one way this trade actually goes down. News just broke that Darvin Ham is using Russ as a starter in practice. And he's doing the little things that they want him to do. Setting more screens, playing defense. He's even tweaked his shooting form, and it's working. LeBron is supportive of playing with Russ publicly and privately. He's putting no pressure on the franchise to trade with the Pacers. So maybe the Russ experiment actually works? I mean, I have them as a 6th seed, and that's being generous. ESPN has them at 11th. And how much better would they actually be with Hield and Turner? I don't think it's a championship move, so maybe waiting is the best option. But the problem is things change. This is training camp. Everyone is happy at training camp. I mean, look at the Nets. They're all kumbaya. They were a dumpster fire at each other's throats 6 months ago. What happens when the losing starts? The Lakers open the season against Golden State October 18th at Chase Center. That's a beatdown. Then they play the Clippers, the Nuggets twice, the Cavaliers, all in their first 10 games. After that, they'll move Russ to the bench. And dude is playing nice right now, but nobody has more pride than Russell Westbrook. He's gonna cause such a mess in that locker room when this happens. The big question is, can they take all the pain? Especially if LeBron starts to apply pressure. The one constant with LeBron ever since he went to Miami is forcing the front office to do what he wants. Last year when things got bad, LeBron embarrassed Rob Pelinka, praising OKC GM Sam Presti. He warned the Lakers saying, oh, the door's not closed on returning to Cleveland. And then he tweeted this: legend, my type of guy, about the Rams GM wearing an F them picks shirt. That's an obvious sign for the Lakers to trade their picks. All the pressure is on the Lakers already. That's why the Pacers are demanding everything. Indy doesn't care. They're gonna suck anyway. They can just sit tight. The Lakers cannot waste a full year. LeBron's almost 40. So the Pacers will not lower their asking price, and LA will have to cave in once the pressure gets too much. My prediction is that despite what Shams says, Russ is not gonna get traded before the season. The Lakers will start to lose, maybe a big injury, then the pain is gonna get so great, LeBron's gonna be so miserable, they will meet the Pacers' asking price. Buddy Hield and Miles Turner will be on this team before the trade deadline. And honestly, they shouldn't wait. They should do it right now. They need to get used to playing with Buddy and Miles Turner, but they won't do that because they're scared of how it will look. Now, the only thing that could be different is if a really huge name demands a trade before the deadline, like a Damian Lillard, but I don't see that happening. I have the Lakers finishing 6th, and I got a lot of hate for that, but not nearly as much hate for who I had missing the playoffs. And look, it's called a bold prediction, but I feel like all predictions are bold, especially when the East and the West are so stacked. Like, I dare you to try to make your predictions for the East and the West. You're gonna end up having some really good teams miss the playoffs. So I put my predictions out there. Check them out. You can look at the Eastern Conference up here or the West down here.